Good morning and welcome to your practice that's going to wake you up and get you feeling ready for the day ahead of you. So just bring yourself down onto your mat, find a comfortable seat, and straight away begin to close down the eyes. Find that tall, straight spine, grounding down into the mat beneath you, lifting up through the crown of your head. And as you arrive onto your mat and into your practice, just take a moment here to notice how you're feeling. Notice how the body's feeling, how you slept, any sensations traveling around your entire body right now. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. And straight away come to find that even, equal, steady rhythm of breathing. Slow breath in through the nose. And long breath out through your nose. And I invite you to keep this breath in mind throughout the practice this morning. Maybe when the mind starts to wander and drift off into the day ahead of you, just bring your awareness back to your breath. And then keeping this in mind, we move straight away into waking up the body. So blinking open the eyes. On your next inhale, reach the arms out and up. And when you reach the top, interlace the fingers and press the palms up towards the ceiling, lengthening out the sides of your body, lifting up out of your armpits. And then find any movements that feel good for you here today. So perhaps taking a wiggle side to side, finding that big morning stretch. And perhaps this is the first movement you've taken all day. So just move in a way that feels good for you. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, release. Bring the hands to interlace behind the back this time and draw them away from you, opening up through the front of the chest. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Opening up through the heart space. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale to release. Inhale, reach the arms back out and up. Gaze up towards the fingertips. And exhale, draw your hands back through prayer heart center and come to roll over straight away to find your hands and knees. So just making your way into a tabletop position, wrists stuck underneath the shoulders, knees stuck underneath the hips, as we connect movement and breath here in our cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. And then as you exhale, round through your back, gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forwards. And exhale, round through your back, chin comes towards your chest. Inhale, gazing forwards. And exhale, rounding back. And just continuing to take a few more of these cat-cow movements here. Waking up the body, bringing movement into your spine. And moving in a way that again feels good for you today. Taking one more full round of breath. And on your next exhale, come to find the center. create that flat back, draw your belly button up towards your spine, tuck the toes behind you and lift the hips up and back to find your downward facing dog. Your first downward dog of the practice, maybe your first of the day, maybe your first of the week. And as soon as you arrive, bring movement into the posture and perhaps pedaling through your legs, maybe pedaling through the shoulders or swaying the hips side to side, creating space in the back of the body. Finding what feels good in your body this morning. And then whenever you're ready, coming to find stillness, you could keep a bend into the knees if the backs of the legs still feel tight early into the practice. Lift the sit bones up towards the ceiling and draw the belly back towards your thighs. Keeping the feet where they are. On your next inhale, begin to pad the hands back towards the body, finding a ragdoll position at the back of the mat. Fold over the legs, catch hold of opposite elbows, and just begin to sway side to side. Keeping the knees bent as much as you need to here. Perhaps releasing tension through the neck, nodding the head, yes, and shaking it no. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release hold of the elbows and begin to pad the hands forwards back into your downward facing dog position. When you get there, on your inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes. And on your exhale, begin to pad the feet forwards towards the hands at the top of the mat. When you arrive, bend through your knees and reach your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers behind the lower back. Draw the hands away from you and fold over the legs. Just like we did seated, we begin to open up through the shoulders, the upper back. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, release the hands down towards the feet, bend through your knees and uncurl your spine all the way up to standing, rolling the shoulders up, down and back, finding yourself in Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Bring the big toes to touch, grounding through the soles of your feet, rising up out of the crown of your head. And we come straight into movement. As you inhale, reach the arms out and up, gaze up towards your thumbs. And then exhale, hinge from your hips, fold the body forwards over the legs. Inhale, take a halfway lift to create space. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up to standing, gaze up. And exhale, hands come into prayer, heart center. Once more like this. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forwards over the legs. Inhale, take that halfway lift, create space. And exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, hands come back through prayer, heart center. This time on your inhale, reach the arms back out and up. And as you reach the top on your exhale, catch hold of your left wrist in your right hand. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale to tip over to your right hand side, lengthening out the left hand side of the body. Keep rolling that top shoulder up and back. One more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, lift up to find the center. And exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, reach back out and up. And at the top on your exhale, catch hold of your right wrist in your left hand. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale to tip over to the left hand side, lengthening out the right hand side of the body this time. Keep rolling that top shoulder up and back. One more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, lift back up, find the center. And exhale, release the hands down. Really nice. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach back out and up. And exhale, hinge and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, create space. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step or maybe jump the feet back to find your high plank. You can lower knees, chest, chin, or if you feel ready, down in one through chaturanga. Inhale to find your baby cobra, gentle back bend or upward facing dog, thighs off the mat. And then exhale over your toes, downward facing dog. Pausing at the top. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, walk, step or lightly float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands come into prayer, heart center. Nice, one more like this. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. And exhale, fold forwards. Moving with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift, create space. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step or jump the feet back to find high plank. Lower knees, chest, chin or down in one chaturanga. Inhale to find baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale over your toes, downward facing dog. Breath in here. And breath out. Inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, walk, step or lightly float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to standing, gaze up. And exhale, hands come into prayer, heart center. Pausing in your Tadasana. And from here we begin to flow. So bring the weight into your left foot. And on your inhale, begin to pick and float your right foot off the mat. Squeeze the knee in towards the chest. Use the muscles on the front of the thigh. And then keeping hands together in prayer, heart center, slowly begin to extend that right leg out behind you, almost coming through a warrior three. And then lower the right toes down towards the back of the mat, landing in your high lunge. You could keep the hands in prayer or reach them up alongside your ears. Settle into this high lunge position, switch on the back leg, squeeze that right bum cheek. Take an inhale at the top. And then as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows and draw the arms out wide to find a cactus shape with your arms. Palms face forwards. And see if you can keep your elbows in line with your shoulders here. Beginning to open up through the front of the chest, creating space around the heart. Get a sense of drawing the shoulder blades in towards each other behind your back. Take one more deep breath here. And then inhale, reach the arms back up into high lunge. And then exhale, open out your hips, find warrior two. So grounding through the outside edge of that back foot, deep bend through the front knee, reaching out to both hands here. Gaze over the front middle finger. On your next inhale, flip that left palm, reach forwards, up and back to reverse your warrior. Keep that deep bend in the left knee. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, release and windmill the hands down to frame the left foot, pivot onto the toes of the back foot. Step back to find your high plank and flow through your version of Vinyasa, lowering down towards the mat. Inhale, find the back bend that suits you. And exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Pause for one breath here. And then on your next inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to standing gaze up. And exhale, hands come into prayer, heart center. Just take one breath here in your Tadasana. Notice if one side of your body feels different to the other. Before we begin to flow on the other side of the body. Grounding through your right foot, bringing the weight into that right leg. On your next inhale, begin to pick and float your left foot off the mat. Squeeze the left knee in towards the chest. And then keeping your hands together in prayer, heart center, slowly begin to extend that left leg out behind you, almost coming through a warrior three. Find your balance. And then gently lower your left toes towards the back of the mat. Reach the arms up and find your high lunge. You could keep the hands together in prayer, heart center, if that feels better on your shoulders. But find your strong high lunge through the lower body. Switching on that back leg, squeezing your left bum cheek. Taking one more inhale at the top. And as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows, draw the arms out wide and find that cactus shape with your arms. Palms face open towards the top of the mat. Again, see if you can keep the elbow in line with your shoulder. As we open up through the heart space, creating that space around the chest. Get a sense of drawing the shoulder blades in towards each other behind your back. Take one more deep breath here. And then inhale, reach the arms back up to high lunge. And exhale, open the hips out, find your warrior two. Deep bend through the front knee, ground through the outside edge of that back foot. Gaze over the front middle finger. Feeling strong in your warrior two. And then on your next inhale, flip your right palm, reach forwards, up and back, reverse the warrior. Lengthen out the side of your waist. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, release, windmill the hands down to frame the right foot, pivot onto the toes of your left foot. Step back to find high plank. And again, flow through your version of Vinyasa this morning. Choosing the version that feels right for you in your body. Meeting us up and back in your downward facing dog. Pausing for a breath here. Noticing all the sensations traveling around your entire body right now. And then from here, as you inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes. And as you exhale, you can either step or maybe jump your feet to the top of the mat outside the hands. So we're coming to find Malasana, Yogi squat. Feet touch the outside edges of the mat. Hands come into prayer, heart center. If you're high up on your toes, heels are lifted, that's absolutely fine. If this feels quite tight or sticky in your body, especially first thing in the morning, you could take a sway side to side, opening up through the hips. And then from here, we begin to open back up into that upper body. So as you next inhale, begin to release your left hand, reaching it down in front of your left foot, so a straight left arm. Exhale here. And then inhale, reach that right arm out and up. Maybe your gaze comes up towards that right hand. Feel like there's a straight line of energy between both hands here. Opening through the chest, the upper back. One more inhale. And exhale, release the hands, come back to prayer, heart center. And then lower your right hand down towards the mat in front of your right foot. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the left arm out and up. Straightening that arm. Maybe gaze comes up towards the top hand if it feels okay on your neck. Again, creating that space around the upper body and working deeper into the hips. One more inhale at the top. And exhale, bring the hand back down, find prayer heart center. And then from your Malasana, we're going to lower down towards the mat. You can use the hands for support if you need to, or bring a smile onto your face, challenge your balance this morning and see if you can lower your bum down onto the mat without using the hands to come and find Navasana boat pose straight away. Amazing. Your hands can be behind the thighs for support or extended out alongside your shins. Legs are parallel to the earth beneath you. Draw belly button in towards your spine and lift up through the heart space. Just taking a moment to fire up through those core muscles. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly begin to lower the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Keep the arms lifted, keep that engagement around the middle, and as slow as you can, begin to lower the back down towards the mat behind you, using the core muscles to control your movement down. Amazing. And when you reach down onto the mat, draw the knees in towards the chest, wrap your arms around your shins, and just take a couple of rocks side to side, massaging out through the lower back. And then keeping hold of your right shin in towards you, extend left leg out, down along the mat in front of you. Coming to find a spinal twist. Draw the right knee across the body to the left-hand side. Gaze over your right shoulder and extend that right arm out alongside you. You could perhaps find that cactus shape with the arm we took in the high lunge. Just taking a couple of breaths here to release out through the back. Using the twist to release any stagnant energy within the body. One more inhale on this side. And exhale with a sigh. On your next inhale, roll back to find the center. Both knees hug in towards the chest. And then keep hold of your left shin as you extend the right leg down along the mat. Taking that twist to the opposite side. Draw the left knee across the body. And then twist to gaze over your left shoulder towards your left hand, maybe taking cactus shape with the arms. Allowing your body to release into the twist. Letting go of any tension that might have built up around the body. One more inhale through the nose. And again, exhale, release with a sigh. As you next inhale, roll back, find the center. Hug both knees in towards the chest. And then bring the hands on the back of the thighs. And we're going to begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. If this doesn't feel okay on your back, you can always just roll over to one side and make your way up to seated. Or taking a couple more rock and rolls. Bring a smile onto your face. Who doesn't love to start their day like this, rolling on their back? And then create enough momentum to bring you up to find that comfortable seat again. Cross-legged or kneeling. Bring the hands onto the knees. cultivating that grounding energy, closing down the eyes. Again, checking in with your body, noticing how you're feeling. Can you notice any more space you've created? Perhaps any more energy you've built into the body. And just taking a couple of moments here in stillness, preparing you for whatever the day ahead has in store for you. Bringing the hands into prayer, heart center. Bowing your chin towards your chest. Bowing in gratitude for your practice this morning and for the wonderful body you have to practice with. Namaste.